Continuing on my little tour of the car. So I've got relocated battery. Figured it was originally in the back seat. I put it back in the engine bay where it belongs. Moved from obviously here. So this is a HC28, which is more than enough to run the car. And all the gizmos. There's a whole bunch of wiring mess down there, which you don't need to see. But it keeps it nice and central, and it's easy to get to if you have to take it off and things like that, and it's not covered in junk. And yeah, pillow tops, just that's from the ABC RON, so I can get a bit of adjustment. 3-inch inlet, sort of a bit over the top. Probably could have gone 2.5. That's what we had around the workshop. FPR 800 fuel rig. So yeah, got a sensor going into that to give us the pressure readings and stuff, oil pressure, things like that as well. Just a couple of sensors there. So that size right, that's a battery tray we sort of made out of aluminium. There's nothing sort of, you don't buy that off the shelf. It's just sort of holds up the fuel pressure regulator and everything. It's sort of nice and solid. There's a strap that goes over that. Yeah, so we've got the bracket from New Zealand. It's from, I can't remember the name of it now, Engineering Mob. They're fantastic. So it moves the alternator to the side, and means that you can have these nice pipes sitting where you want. I think it makes the engine bay a lot neater. I mean, it can, obviously works if you want to run FD inlet manifold anyway. So this is a 12A, rebuilt by Parker Motorsport, which is the PRS. Very happy with Stefan's work. So this is a 12A Extendport, studded and rebuilt with Series 5 housings that'll cut down. All balanced within a gram, all that sort of rubbish. Very happy with it. It went really well. So, and yeah, we're currently putting out 300 kilowatts at 950 newtons torque. So it's quite good. Very happy with it, and we're running about 30 pounds of boost. So doesn't seem to make any more power, or if you put less, we'll put more, or put more revs into it. So I think it's pretty much maxed out the turbo. It's only a 76, 70. I'll get to that in a minute. We looked on the graph when we were building up the 12A to see what was the best one for the engine we were building. And for a standard 12A mild port, that was the best. But I'm now running an Extendport, so yeah. So 10-inch fans. They're set up to work with the electric water pump as well. So basically, when the car and the engine's off, it will run through the turbo and cool it down. So that's one of the reasons why having an electric water pump is good. I'm not sure if you can fit that in a 13B because the engine's sitting a bit further forward, but this works great for us. So it's in a good little spot, nice and neat. Heat hoses, big deal, whatever. FD inlet plenum with a RX7 drive-by-wire throttle body. That's running through the link ECU we're running through, so it's all electric. And we're running, one of the little secrets of the invention is the VDO out of a Peugeot. It was a whopping $35. I bought 3 of them. It's a throttle position sensor, TPS, and it basically means that you hook it straight up to your pedal, and that's your throttle. And it takes a normal Deutsche, we put a Deutsche plug on it and plug it into the ECU. It also means that because it's in the engine bay, you can sort of reach over and give it a rev, which is good too. I don't think you can see it down there, but I've got a, oh you can, 4-bar map sensor from Link, and they're my AMP EFI coils. Pretty much a Mercury outboard marine coils, or Ignition 1A. The ones that everyone raves about because they're like 130 millijoules more than a GD35R. Yeah, more than an R35 coil. So, didn't really want to have any ignition problems in this car, so we sort of went all out. It's the obligatory, all the lights are stuck up because I've taken the interior apart. No, it needs to go back together. Standard brake master, haven't changed that. haven't sort of needed to as yet. I've been looking to change it to an FC one, that might be go. Or my heat management to try and keep all the heat out of it. We've got a bag, we've got two layers of lagging, and I've got ceramic coat as well. Pretty much because it's sitting right next to the inlet plenum. I mean, you know, you want to try and do everything you can. Looking back, we probably should have moved the turbo manifold a little bit outboard. Yeah, sorry, a little bit, give it a bit more tilt and then sort of bring it up a bit. That would be better. So I've just put 2 layers of like lagging around it to try it, and this is all heat treated as well. This is all wind painted, and it makes a huge difference. The temperatures have dropped dramatically. It was a total of $500 to do all the painting, so I was really not that impressed. I was not really worried about the cost, considering it makes a difference. Running a Turbo Smart, you can sort of see it down there, actuator, because this is an internal gate. We wanted to keep it simple, keep the cost down a bit, and make it so that we had a bit of room in here so we didn't have all those problems with external wastegates, which, you know, looking back probably would be better, but I don't know, it's cleaner, it's a bit easier, and it's all together and all in one. So turbo does its thing and don't need to worry about everything else. FD fuel rail, of course. Can't really see it, probably very well in there. But running a standard series, I think it's my 12A turbo fuel rail. And then I used a FD upper. So I'm running 1000cc in primary injectors and 1700s on the secondaries. I probably will look at going higher again. We sort of don't really need it at the moment. There's still about 80% duty cycle, which is probably getting close. But yeah, we'll probably look at changing them when I get it all out again. This was a nightmare to try and make it fit because it was just tight. Everything was tight. Had to move the radiator over a little bit because, again, turbo manifold was just not quite where we wanted to be. But I have put an 8374 in this and it does fit, which is great. So that'll be the next turbo if it ever goes in there. But yeah, this pod is just jammed in there solid, but it's fine. Haven't seen any issues with it. So yeah, that's basically the engine bay. Haven't really got anything else to sort of show you there. It's not as clean as some show cars around, but it's clean enough to be my car. I'm very happy with it, proud of it. So yeah, more than happy to take questions or give anyone advice regarding how we did it. Thanks.